Welcome to the video lectures on course Radiation and Microwave Technique. We are going through the unit number 1, that is Fundamental Theory of Radiation and Radiating Elements. This is lecture number 4 and it is again based on the remaining parameters of antenna, and this is the part 3 of antenna parameters. So let's see what are the contents that will be covered in this lecture. The learning outcomes, antenna beam efficiency, the antenna bandwidth, antenna radiation efficiency, and the antenna input impedance. So let's start with this. So learning outcome. After completion of lecture, the students will be able to understand different parameters of antenna. They will be able to formulate this parameters like beam efficiency, bandwidth, antenna radiation efficiency, and the antenna input impedance. So we will go through each of this one by one, starting with the beam efficiency. So beam efficiency, it is the parameter that is usually used to judge the quality of transmitting and the receiving antenna. So now consider there is a directional antenna and it is having the maximum directivity in one direction, that is we will consider the major lobe is directed along the z axis. Then the beam efficiency is defined as the ratio of power transmitted within the cone angle theta 1 to the power transmitted by an antenna. So this beam efficiency is again the power transmitted divided by again power transmitted. So it is a dimensionless quantity. So now if this theta 1, as we are saying the cone angle theta 1, so if this theta 1 is chosen as the angle where the first null or the minimum occurs, so this is the angle where there is a first null, and if you see this point, it is the point where the half power of the maximum appears. So if we are choosing this theta 1 as the angle where the first null or the minimum occurs, then the beam efficiency, it will indicate the amount of power in the major lobe as compared to the total power. So we know the transmitted power in the radiation intensity can be calculated as the solid angle integration of radiation intensity. So you can see over here the solid angle integration of radiation intensity is done. You can see this theta varies from 0 to this theta 1 and phi varies from 0 to 2 pi. Radiation intensity into sin theta d theta d phi. We know the solid angle is d omega is equal to sin theta d theta d phi divided by the radiation solid angle integration of radiation intensity. So for radiometry, astronomy, or the radars, a very high beam efficiency is necessary. There must be no minor lobes. There must be only the maximum radiation or the maximum power must be radiated in a particular direction. So all the minor lobes, they must be minimized in the case of this applications. So moving to the next topic, that is bandwidth. As we all know, this bandwidth of an antenna is the range of frequencies within which the performance of antenna with respect to some characteristics conforms to the specific standards that are required. So bandwidth, it also can be considered to be the range of frequencies on the either side of the center frequency where the antenna characteristics are within the acceptable range or the acceptable values of those at the center frequency. So if this is the center frequency, this is the range in which the antenna parameters conforms to have the specific characteristics. So this is termed as bandwidth. So for a broadband antenna, this bandwidth is usually expressed as the ratio of upper to the lower frequencies of acceptable operation. So for example, if it is written as 10:1 bandwidth, that indicates that the upper frequency is 10 times greater than that of the lower frequency. In the case of narrow band antennas, this bandwidth is expressed as the frequency difference between the usually upper minus lower frequency over the center frequency of bandwidth. For example, if it is written as 5% bandwidth, so it indicates that the frequency difference of the acceptable operation is 5% of the center frequency. Now we will see one of the important concept, that is the antenna radiation efficiency. So antenna radiation efficiency, it is the parameter which relates the losses that are taking place at the input terminal of the antenna or within the structure of antenna. As we have discussed, we know there are different losses that appears across the antenna, like the reflection losses or the conduction or dielectric losses. The loss resistance gives the losses that are taking place inside the antenna. Always the power that is radiated by antenna is less than the input power, as there are different losses taking place inside the antenna. Now you can see over here in the figure, this, as I said, this is the loss resistance denoted as RL. It is giving us the losses that are taking place inside the antenna, and it represents the conduction and the dielectric loss. So now if you see this RL and RR, they both are nothing but the antenna resistance, and this is the antenna reactance. This is the Thevenin's equivalent of the antenna in a transmitting mode. So now consider if a current is fed to this antenna. If we consider that current to be I in, the antenna, it starts radiating. This radiating nature of antenna, it is represented with the radiation resistance. You can see in the figure that is represented by RR. So now whenever the current is fed to this antenna, what happens? It will start radiating. This radiated power will appear across this radiation resistance RR. So this will be given as the radiated power across the RR resistance is equal to half of input current square into RR. Now moving to the input power, it will be the combination of power across RL and power across RR to the antenna. So it is given as P in is equal to half of IN square into RR plus half of IN square into RL. Now calculating the efficiency, the radiation efficiency of antenna, always we know efficiency is the output power divided by input power. So our output power is nothing but the radiated power. So the radiated power divided by input power will give us the radiation efficiency. Sometimes it is also denoted with the letter K. Remember this. So after putting the values, we get the antenna radiation efficiency or the conduction dielectric efficiency as RR divided by RR plus RL, where RR is the radiation resistance and RL is loss resistance of antenna. So always the value of ECD or the radiation efficiency of antenna, it must be less than 1 practically, and it must be equal to 1 ideally. Now we will go to the last topic of this session, that is the antenna impedance, the input impedance of antenna. So the input impedance of antenna is defined as the impedance presented by an antenna at its input terminals, or it can be the ratio of voltage to current at the pair of terminals, or it can be the ratio of appropriate components of electric and the magnetic field at a point. So here we will now first consider the antenna in a transmitting mode, and we will find the input impedance of antenna in the two terminals of the input, that is A and B. Let us consider there is an antenna that is connected to a generator with its internal impedance denoted by Zg. This antenna, whenever it is fed with the energy, it will start radiating. The Thevenin's equivalent of this antenna in transmitting mode is shown over here. You can see, as we know, there are two resistance associated with the antenna, that is the loss resistance, and the second one is the radiation resistance, and this XA is the antenna reactance. Similarly, this generator will have its own resistance, its reactance, and the potential that will be generated by the generator is denoted by Vg. So now, as we know, the resistive component of the antenna is having the loss resistance and the radiation resistance. So the total resistance of antenna, that is denoted with Ra, will be equal to Rr plus Rl. So now the antenna impedance, that is the impedance of antenna between these terminals A and B, is given as Ra plus jXa. We know the total resistance of antenna is radiation resistance plus loss resistance plus J into XA. We know Ra is the antenna resistance, RL is loss resistance of antenna, RR is the radiation resistance of antenna, and XA is the antenna reactance. Similarly, the internal impedance of the generator, Zg, denoted by Zg, will be equal to the resistance of generator plus J into the reactance of generator. The maximum power will be delivered to the antenna when we have the conjugate matching, that is the RL plus RJ must be equal to RG, and the antenna reactance XA must be equal to minus the reactance of generator. Moving further, now we will consider the antenna in a receiving mode, and we will see what is the input impedance of antenna in the receiving mode. Now we know the radiated waves, they will be incident on the antenna, and that antenna will be connected to the load. So whenever this incident waves, the impingence on the antenna, they induce the voltage. That voltage is denoted by Vt, which is very much analogous to the voltage Vg of generator at the transmitting mode. So this is the antenna in receiving mode. The Thevenin's equivalent is shown over here. As we said, the antenna has two resistance component, that is RL and RR. This is the voltage that is induced because of the incident wave, and XA is the reactance of antenna. Similarly, this antenna is connected to the load. So this load will have its own resistance and the reactance. So the antenna impedance seen in the terminals A and B will be equal to ZA equal to RR plus RL plus JXA. So here RR is the re-radiation resistance of antenna, and RL is the loss resistance of antenna, and XA is the antenna reactance. And as you know, Vt is the induced voltage because of the incident wave on antenna, electromagnetic waves. Similarly, the load impedance will be equal to Z, denoted by Zt equal to Rt plus Jxt. You know what is Rt and Xt. Rt is the load resistance and Xt is the load reactance. So these are the input impedances of antenna in the transmitting mode as well as in the receiving mode. Hope you have understood all the small concepts related to the antenna parameters that we have discussed in this session, that is like the input impedance of antenna in transmitting receiving mode, then the antenna radiation efficiency, and at the starting we have seen the beam width efficiency and the bandwidth of antenna. So thank you.